viewers, welcome to another edition of Young Scholars. Today we shall be discussing the topic Principle of Machine. I remain your humble host, Gafari Oluwakemi. We'll be right back. Welcome back. As I said earlier, we are talking about Principle of Machine. By the end of the lesson today, you should be able to 1. Define machine. 2. List the types of simple machine. 3. Explain each of the types of simple machine. 4. State the major advantage of each machine. Now we shall be looking at the definition of machine. Machine can be defined as a big and complicated piece of apparatus that is used in doing all sorts of jobs. It helps in reducing the human labor. Examples of machine are the washing machine you use at home. It makes your work very easier in washing our clothes. In olden days, we use our hands in washing our clothes. Now, with the help of modern technology, there is the use of washing machine. Example is the use of electric cooker. We use electric cooker to make our food faster. Another example of machine is refrigerator. A refrigerator is used in preserving food. In the olden days, we preserve our food by salting, drying, and all sorts. But now, with the use of modern technology, we can preserve our food by keeping it there till when we are going to use it. Another example we have is a microwave. Microwave is used for rewarming food. It helps to reduce the stress of on your stove and recooking the food. So with the help of microwave, you can warm it at your convenience or leisure time. A jack is also an example of a machine. It is used in lifting cars when their tires are being flat. It is used mainly in the workshop, roadside. Jack is also in every car. With the definition of machine I've given earlier and the examples of machine I've listed, now I believe you can now define machine and list some of the examples with their function. We are moving on to the types of machine. 1. The lever. 2. The pulley. 3. Inclined plane. 4. Wheel and axle. 5. Screw. 6. Wedge. Now let's explain the types of machine. Firstly, I would like to explain the lever. The lever is a long tool such as a pole or a rod put under an object to lift it up. The lever is more efficient when it is combined with a fulcrum. The lever is another object, perhaps a rope, used to brace under the long tool. The closer the fulcrum is to the object being lifted, the easier the person can lift the object. The longer the lever, the higher the object can be lifted. It is really all in the distance between the object, the fulcrum, and the lever. Levers are all around us. Examples of levers are doors handle, the clown of a hammer for removing nails, the crowbar, light switchers, and bottle opener used in opening our drinks. Explaining the wheel and axle of the types of machine. The wheel and axle has always been considered a major invention in the history of mankind, but it really would not work as well as it does if it had not been for the axle. An axle is a rod or a pole centered in the wheel that allows the wheel to turn around. The wheel then spins in a balanced cycle to be used as transportation on a bike or to turn the hands of a clock. Example are the gear. The gear are a form of the wheel and axle. Wheels are found where things turns in a cycle, which such as an electric fan, a motor, a revolving door, a merry-go-round, and any wheel on the car, on your skateboard or on a bicycle. The inclined plane. The inclined plane is a simple ramp. One's end is higher than the opposite end. This allows things to go from a low point to a higher point, or vice versa. It takes the same amount of work, but less force to move an object up. Gravity makes it easier to move an object down a ramp than up that ramp. Ramps are used in skateboard parks, wheelchair ramps, and to get heavy equipment in and out of the back of the truck. But a modified version of a ram is also found in stairs, ladder, walking paths, even shuttles used for dropping your mail into the mailbox. The wedge. The wedge is used to separate an object apart. Some people might see the wedge as just an inclined plane, although it is actually two inclined planes. However, the use of wedge is actually different in nature. This is needed to cut, tear, or break something into two. A wedge can also be used to keep things together or secure things from movement. Some examples of wedge that are used for separating might be a shovel, a knife, an axle, a pickaxe, a saw, a needle, scissors, or an ice pick. But wedge can also hold things tight, as in the case of a stapler, push pin, tack, nails, doorstop, or a string. The pulley. The pulley is actually a version of a wheel and axle that is combined with a rope, chain, or the other cord to allow moving something up and down or back and forth. The pulley can be combined with other pulley to reduce the amount of work necessary to lift huge amount of weight or to lower them down. It can also make moving something such as flag up the pole convenient to do from the ground. It changes the direction of the force necessary to do the work. I pull down on the rope, but the flag goes up. Pulleys are used in window blinds and draper to move down, up and down, or back and forth. Pulleys are also on ships to raise lower sails, in industry to raise and lower heavy cargo, or on cranes for using in moving construction equipment. Elevators are also examples of pulley to move the cars up and down from floor to floor. Lastly, the screw. The screw is really a twisted inclined plane. It allows movement from a lower position to a higher position, but at the same time it moves in a circle. That makes it takes up less horizontal space. A screw can also add to hold things together in some cases. Some examples of the use of screw are jack lead, a drill, a bolt, a light bulb, a bottle caps, and ball point pens. Having explained the types of machine, I believe you can now identify and explain the types of machine perfectly. Now we are moving on to the mechanical advantage of machine. Firstly, it is a means of how easy a job may be made to look. Secondly, the ratio to load to effort. 3. Job cannot be done with our hands because it needs enough force to support its weight. So mechanical advantage of machine equals to load over effort. We have come to the end of today's edition on Young Scholars Educational Program. I remain your host, Gafari Oluwakemi. Thank you for watching. Bye.